Welcome back. This video is going to be a tutorial on how to access and complete assignment 3 in the 6th grade PBL 1. So here we are again at our Google web browser or page. We're going to start. First thing I always do is type in www.springisd.org in the search box. That takes me to the district homepage. I scroll down to Empowered at Home Learning or Empowered Learning at Home. Click the icon. It takes me to the various grade levels. I'm going to select 6th grade. It's going to take me here. We are focusing on assignment number 3, Letters to Legislators. In order to access this assignment, I'm going to click on Communicating for Global Change. It's going to open up a document that has all of the assignment information. Specifically for assignment 3, I'm going to scroll down to where the information is listed. So we see the list of assignments on page 3 here, right? Assignment 3 is here in links, but we're going to scroll down a little bit further to access the actual description of the assignment. So I'm going to keep going. This is all just assignment 2. All right, and here we are on page 7, assignment 3, Letters to Legislator description. So it reads, now that you have reflected on the news stories you've read, so those 2 articles from assignment 2, that's what it's talking about. Now that you've completed that and thought about it, think about how you can make a difference as a student. Is there a community, state, or international issue you are interested in raising awareness about? So is there something going on in the world or in your community or your school or your state that you want to tell people about or ask for support with, right? You can create your own idea or you can choose from this list here: immigration, conservation. So that has to do with like conserving different resources, not using too much water, too much electricity, things like that. Pollution, those types of things. Travel, healthcare, education. Those are some that you can choose from, or again, you can create your own. You're going to write to a local legislator about your topic. So here you see this link. This says linked here for the mayor, city controller, and city council. So these are the 3 different contacts that you have access to. It tells you what each of the people do. So you can determine who do you need to write for the support. Right? Is it an issue that you need to write the mayor about? Is it an issue that you need to write the city controller about? Or is it an issue that you need to write city council about? Notice that there are hyperlinks. So if I click on the mayor hyperlink and come here, it gives me his information. Okay, this is going to be really important because when you are writing your letter, you have to include information regarding the person you are writing directly to. Okay, here on his page, it also tells you who he is. It shows you a photograph. It goes over some of the issues that he is dealing with. You can hear him speak. So this will kind of give you an idea of if you want to write this person regarding whatever issue you choose to write your letter about. Okay, we're going to go back. You can get that same information for the city controller by clicking on the hyperlink. It's taking a little bit to load, a little bit of time. Okay, so this tells you who this person is. His page is set up a little bit differently, but you can still get information about him. Here's his name. And here for his information, you're going to look at the bottom of the page. Okay, and then we're going to go back and check out the layout of the city council's page. So here we are on their page. Notice that the city council is made up of multiple people. Okay, so you may have to choose an individual from city council according to the district that they service. And let's see what happens if I click on District A. So this is this person's district that she services. And there's information here about the different things that she supports. So depending on what you want to write about, that can help you determine who you may need to write in City Council, because there are multiple individuals that you can write who likely service different issues. So take some time and kind of do some research, peruse their different backgrounds, notice that their information is here for when you get ready to write your letter to them. Okay, it's quite a few here. So you have lots of different options of individuals to write. You can also see on the side there are different links for different points of information. So you can check these out too to see further information about what the City Council actually does and who the City Council supports and what it supports, if that's going to help you with writing your letter. You have lots of points of information. So when I go back to assignment 3, that link is here. So this is where you're going to get your information for who to write and who to address your letter to. Okay? Remember, you're picking your own topic or you're choosing from this list. All right, when I scroll down to my resources for assignment number 3, this is what I see. So the very first thing is the letter template. So this is what you're actually going to make a copy of and save to turn into Schoology. Notice when I click it, it prompts me to make a copy. You're going to do the same thing that you do always. When making a copy, you're going to change copy of to WMS for Wells Middle School. At the end of the assignment title, you're going to type underscore and you're going to type your name. Okay. And then this tells you all of the different things that you need to include in your letter so that it's formatted properly, right? So instead of leaving this here, you are going to input your information, right? What is your name and address, okay? Once you select, and you can just highlight it and delete it, and then you can type your own name and your own address, right? I live at 1234 House Drive, Houston, Texas, 7-3. Right, this is not an actual address, but I just want you to see the format that you would write in. And then here it says the address of the person you're writing to and their name and title. So this is when you select the person that you want to write to, whether the mayor, someone from City Council, or someone from the City Controller's office. You're going to put their information here. And then when you are writing the letter, you're going to put the date that you compose it. So the date that you start writing it, you're going to insert your greeting here, or you can just say greeting. I would add their name because that's really professional. And you can say Mr. or Mrs. and write their last name as well. So you have a couple of different options on how to greet them. And then this is where you write the body of your letter. So whatever you want to say to them, what you want them to pay attention to, what matters to you, this is what you're going to write here. Remember, you need to write in complete sentences. You need to make sure that your capitalization and your punctuation is accurate. If you need to use the dictionary online, dictionary.com, to spell check words, please do that, okay? Here is your closing to your letter. So you're going to write a thank you, and then this is where you're going to type your first and last name, okay? In order to get credit, you have to make sure that all parts of the template is accurately completed. But before you even start writing, you want to do some work, right, on how to write a letter. So you've already looked at the link for the different people and you've selected your person to write. You've selected your issue. Then you're going to come down here. There are 2 additional resources. So this resource here is a document, and it goes through everything you need to know about how to write a letter. So this is something that you need to read before you get ready to write your letter. It tells you, it helps you identify what type of letter you should write, which your format's kind of there already. We already know we're typing our letter out. And we already know that a typed formal letter is the most appropriate because we're writing someone who is professional and someone that we don't know very well. Okay, that's what it says right here, business contacts and people you don't know well. So ours is going to be a typed formal letter. Okay, it tells you what to do before you start your letter. It tells you how to start your letter. Okay. It also tells you how to end your letter. And in some instances, it tells you what a PS is, right? A postscript. This is not necessarily something that you may need for your letter, but it is just here so that you can kind of understand and comprehend what a postscript is. So that's the first resource. The second resource is for all my visual learners and auditory learners. It is a letter writing video. So it goes through how, it takes you to a YouTube link and it goes through how to write a letter. In the description of this video, I'm going to include 2 additional links. The first link is going to be to another video. I'm going to show it here.
As you sit down to read,
it's another letter that explains to you the difference between formal and informal writing, right, and when to use them. And then I'll also include the link to a third video, which we'll preview here.
formal versus informal.
So in addition to this video resource right here, you'll have 2 additional videos. So that's just more information, more resources to help you and support you in writing your letter. All right, so happy letter writing. If you have any questions about this, remember, we'll talk about this in tomorrow's virtual learning session on April 22nd. I'll be there to answer any questions that you might have about assignment number 3. Stay tuned for a video on assignment number 4.